Welcome to another edition of the Sports One. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Pour here on a Tuesday, and it's Barnes and Tony once again. What's going on, brother?
Not much, dude. Excited to be here. New week. I know, kind of odd schedule, these past 2 weeks with the snowstorms and such. Obviously, we're missing Monday, but hey, man, pretty excited to talk about some sports, some spring training. We can talk about Olympic hockey.
Why didn't this is the one time you could have done it. I'm surprised you didn't do it. Like the show, like coming in, you should have played "We Are the Champions." It seemed like you would do that. It seemed like you would do that.
Nah.
Or like for Chief, like the Star Spangled Banner or something like that.
I guess that would have been nice for sure. But hey, what do you want from me? All right, dude.
No, I have to say, it was brutal getting through the 2 weeks of the Olympics for me, and the updates and the chat and the tobogganing and all that stuff.
Was it really that bad?
But let me tell you, Tony, Sunday morning, that game was insane. And I was saying this to you before the show. You can't even come close to that in terms of an international competition. The intensity of that game, second to none. Unbelievable. You know me, Mr. Anti-Olympics. That was a 10 out of 10 and then some.
Yeah, definitely, dude. I mean, obviously, given the nature of these two teams in terms of their level of play, many times going overtime, this game included. So obviously it was a great matchup. The history between U.S. and Canada too. Obviously, Canada's been kicking USA's ass in international play, Olympics, four nations that include that's included. And yeah, dude, it was dope. Obviously, I mean, it was kind of funny, dude. Did you watch the whole game? You said?
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Because when Canada started to get in their groove, I want to say it was maybe late in the second period when that started to happen, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It was I was getting flashbacks to watching the Rangers, honestly. This season, no defense. Canada having their way with them. Hellebuck being forced to make crazy saves. So as someone who was watching it, dude, I just fell into this deep hole of they're gonna fucking lose this game, only a matter of time. The Jack Hughes penalty, towards the end of the game too, in the third period. I mean, you're thinking are you kidding me, dude?
Right.
This is it. So I don't know. For me to have that sense of doom, as I thought maybe many probably USA fans did, and then to come back, Jack Hughes to redeem himself with the overtime winner, and then to see that entire team celebrate. The post-game interviews to ensue, the beers, the love for each other, love for country, the love for hockey. Dude, I mean, you really, it's tremendous watching international hockey. I mean, we've seen that now in Olympics, four nations. It's crazy that these players, continue to prove themselves, or prove how important it is for them to play for their country,
Yeah, and I just don't, and I was thinking about this, on my way in. I feel like you don't get that in any other form of Olympic competition. I don't want to hear about the basketball or Chief with his, holy grail with the WBC.
Right.
It's not even going to be close.
No, it just does. And for these tournaments too to take place, I mean, the Olympics, four nations takes place in the smack middle of the league, of the NHL, of the season. So it's kind of crazy to see these guys just be able to flip a switch over and to play on an entirely different team in a sport where obviously chemistry means everything. To work so hard for a couple of weeks to try and be the best team. It's crazy, dude. It really is. You don't get that in any other sport. You don't.
No. And they were. I'm trying to think of who I was listening to. It might have been Rick and Dave yesterday because I was watching on the TV for a little bit. But just how it's first of all, it's the one sport where you could say winning, like especially if you're an American, because obviously Canada is always used to winning everything.
Right.
That it almost means more than a Stanley Cup. They were saying that that's even on the table, which is crazy because I feel like no other sport it is. And then also too, they were talking about like Connor Hellebuck. Like anytime a player in the NHL like returns after the winter, the Olympic break, and they win, they usually introduce him as like Olympic champion. But they were saying in Winnipeg at his home stadium that he may be booed.
Yeah, no, it's actually a very good point, dude. He probably will be booed.
Which is just nuts.
Maybe
but that's
not
why,
booed, but
that's why this is so much different than any other type of international show.
Yeah, no, it is, and I'm not going to sit here and say that these players care more or whatever, but clearly they do put their lines on the line here for country, and even just look Jack Hughes's post game interview. Yeah, I mean he talked about how proud he is to be an American at this point. That that the USA hockey team is such a brotherhood. Obviously everyone talks about 1980 Miracle on Ice, stuff like that. But yeah, dude, it really was a tremendous game to watch. Awesome. So exciting that USA won too. Finally, USA could win, because Canada has been winning a lot. It's funny, you brought up Rick and Dave. They were kind of pissing me off a little bit, to be honest.
Really?
With some of their comparisons.
Well, join the club.
Dude.
Join the club,
Well, because I don't know.
Talk about a holy grail, right?
Yeah, I mean, they're like, oh my God. Like even to say like, this is like even to what you were saying about like, this may mean more than a Stanley Cup to some players. It's like, I don't know, dude. Like, also, for sometimes like their comparisons, it's like pump the brakes a little bit. All right.
No, but I think I don't believe in that talk in any other sport, but I think for this specifically being American, not Canada, because like I said, they win all the time. But the fact that they've been that long, it might.
Absolutely.
There might be at least a dead heat.
Yeah,
I think that's fair to say.
It could be it, and for a lot of these players too on USA, I mean, they may not necessarily be seeing.
And honestly, somebody who gets it, Matthew Gabriel, Rick and Dave are out. He's big on that. He's big on that.
Oh, he's big on that. I mean, I think he's always been big on that too.
It's over.
But I was saying, I could see, for someone like Matthews too. Like obviously, he plays for Toronto.
Right,
he is an American. Obviously, he's going to enjoy winning this for his country. But in any case, even there, they said something else too that really pissed me off. Oh, they were comparing it to like, it's never gonna be like 1980. It's never gonna be like 1980, and it's like,
it's not the only thing that's true about that though is that we weren't even close to the amount of underdogs.
I'm not saying that it's not true, but I'm just saying that the comparison, the discussion of that for someone
it's not
to
as
claim
surprising,
that,
but it means as much. It means as much, but it's not.
It's
surprising.
a dumb argument to me. Yeah, a dumb conversation.
We weren't underdogs.
It's not like
we were underdogs like that. Not even close.
It's never going to be the same because
plus 600
like that.
That would have been like Latvia winning the gold.
Oh yeah. But also like that time has just never happened before. Like the Soviet Union, like obviously we don't have that necessarily in the Olympics right now. So it's like I don't know. It's just so weird sometimes they bring up certain comparisons. Like, do you think it is better than 19? It's like you can't compare the two. You just cannot compare.
But I think it's fair to say it's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Just seeing that emotion out of the players, and just again, it's a shame that. I don't know what the ratings are and the revenues are, but how the NBA is still, after all the shit that they've done, all the bad things, and how unwatchable it gets every year, that they are considered, far and away a more popular, a more profitable sport. I don't get it. Like seeing what these guys do, lose teeth like it's nothing. I mean, it really is a disgrace that the NBA is considered better than hockey. I mean,
I agree.
No way. Add that to the list, Tony.
Yeah, what is this list now? We've been talking about this list. Like, come on now.
And also, I hope that some people aren't listening because they're in the chat. They were doing this, so I hope they're not mad at me for just guessing this. But my family does it as well. So it's not
family?
It's not like I'm excusing anybody from this, but everybody does do this, and it's just like, all right, like I mean, how many times are you going to say the same thing? But everybody with like all day pictures of the snow, how much snow they got, like it's some breaking news that it hasn't been snowing all of our lives. Like it gets a little ridiculous, no? Like the pictures, the constant pictures. It's like, yes, we know we all got snow. Do we need to say it 100 times? I know you must have had some of that in some type of chat or from anybody know?
I mean, I guess. I mean, I got nothing from my mom. Okay. My family doesn't do that.
But don't you think though, like, don't you find that a little like, okay, like how many times are we going to say this? Oh, we're up to 13 inches over here. No, though? Like, I think you get what I'm saying.
I mean, I guess I do in a sense, but I've never had that problem.
Like, there was,
I've
and
never had that
again,
problem.
like, I don't mean to put everybody on blast, but in our chat that you're in,
yeah.
I mean, you obviously had to see it.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
there
of
must have
course.
been 20, 25 texts at least about that yesterday.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like, we get it. It's snowing. We understand that. It's a lot of snow.
Yeah, there, Donna. There it is.
Like I said, Donna, it wasn't anybody specific. You weren't the only. You weren't the only person guilty of this. Okay. So, just wanted to get that out there. But let's just start with the comments, right? You know,
Oh, okay. Let's start with the comments here.
Bring it up a little bit.
Matthew Gabriel says, "Hone now." He says, come on. Hyped up for this Tuesday show.
Let's go.
Donna also says, good morning, all. Hope everyone is okay
morning.
with all this snow. To be honest, I didn't have much of an issue. I feel like shoving myself out, did it periodically.
No,
took
yeah,
some breaks
yesterday I didn't have to shovel because they plow like our driveway.
Good for you.
But I'm saying I had to brush off my car, but that took like 5 minutes yesterday when I went out to get Remos. It wasn't anything crazy. But the amount of inches, dude.
It was a lot of snow, dude.
Dude, I should have sent some more pictures, dude.
Oh
the
my
snow.
gosh, dude.
Get the yardstick out. Get the yardstick out.
Get the yardstick out. Danny also in the house. What's up?
Good to have Bernie. I mean,
dude.
we got Yankee season around the corner. We know he's jacked up, so always good to hear from him. And he was part of it. He actually did send something from JFK this morning because he works there.
Oh yeah, that's right. Come on.
We'll give him a pass. We don't get to hear from him too much, so we'll give him a pass there.
My mother says good morning as well. Good morning, Mom.
Good morning, Mary.
And then Ernie with the ear in the house. What's good, DTV? What's good, Ernie? Chief in there with the 9 call. We had Matthew Gabriel already with the Rick and Daver out, dude, which I don't think we didn't get into it yet, dude.
No. Well, I do think there is some, in part of this, Josh B, again, not to put him on blast either.
Wow.
But we were actually, we were cracking up though. And because I guess you're not really on Discord with Josh B too often, but everybody else who is hilarious, me and Josh, I swear to God, talking about like just doing something over and over again on Sunday. Like he always does this thing where he calls his daughter's name and he does it with a Spanish accent. We must have said it like cracking up 20 times. Ariela! Ariela! Like it's Ariel, I think is her name, but Ariela! We're dying laughing. But the point I was trying to get is just that, I do think there is this thing that Rick and Dave are the best. They do no wrong. It's come on. There's some stuff there.
Okay.
Right? Or no?
Yeah, no, I was just giving you some gripes earlier before. Absolutely, dude. Corey says, have you bets?
Yes, dude. He must be, I want to say, 20 of his last 21. I've just never money line, parlays, everything just hit.
That's fucking
unbelievable. So he was pumped about that.
Love a good run that.
Good run right before spring training too.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect timing for him.
Perfect timing for him. And then Matthew Gabriel saying it's so crazy.
Yeah, with the snow. But I feel like Tony, you're kind of holding back a little bit. You get what I'm saying. People do that every single time.
Yeah, no, people
6
do.
inches over here.
Yeah.
Wow. I can't even. I gotta go shovel out my car. It's breaking news. You gotta go shovel out your car.
My mother says they got 20 inches over there on the aisle, which is pretty crazy.
No, your mother gets it though. She gets it. I think.
We don't brag about amounts. She says.
But I'm saying I think it kind of is a gripe for her. It seems like a little bit.
She doesn't send photos. She didn't send me anything.
Yep.
And Donnelly says, I have to say here that Rick and Dave show annoys me for the most part, she says.
Yes, there we go.
And we also have Nelson saying, good morning, Nelson.
And then Chief, we got 26 inches down by me. Must have missed the open to the show. But good to have Chief here.
It always is.
But yeah, I think there's just certain things like D-Hiff, I'm good. You know what I mean? I don't need it. Did it happen in Florida? That's a waste of my time, it feels like.
Yeah.
I say this all the time, but I just like when they stick to the sports. When they get so off the... I don't know. I don't find myself really cracking up too much.
Yeah, I guess so. Did it happen in Florida is all right, I guess. It's not the best.
Did it happen, dude? I don't know.
Obviously, Cuddle Mary trash, always,
and your mother's never been more on the ball here. We're all experiencing the same stuff. People are just dramatic.
Wow.
There we go. She gets it, though.
No nonsense.
Great to see your mother get it. Great, honestly. It that doesn't surprise me one bit, though. It really doesn't. It really doesn't. But yeah, just some of those things. And then cutting off my call the other day, that was a black mark.
That's right, dude.
I hope I get a chance to call back in. And then Chief says, maybe you haven't been listening to them long enough to get it. Enjoy Off the Rails. It's who they are. Makes the show. Yeah, I don't agree, though. I don't agree because you know what it is, Chief? I don't listen to the whole show. I listen when I'm in the car for the most part. And it's like when I'm in the car, you know what I mean? I don't want to hear like sex jokes about Sherry. Like it's not like I want to hear like, okay, like what's going on with the Yankees and like spring training around the court. Like not that like at all. Like
it's interesting. I mean, I don't know. I've been listening to them now for probably like 6 years now.
Yeah.
And even before when they were in the early time slot, you know, when Mike and I after the gym, they were just getting on, you know?
Right.
And I think the fact that they have to fill more time, you know, I think
maybe the show's too long.
I think the show, 6 to 10.
Yeah. Because it used to be 6 to 9. Yeah. But really, I think could be 2 hours.
Yeah. No, I think so too. You know, I think that they do find themselves trying to fill time, other segments, especially in, you know, down days like we just kind of experienced. No NFL, MLB not ramped up yet. Hockey was going into a break, Olympics sort of deal, you know? So, you know, it just, you know, I think the show, obviously the content suffers. We see that sometimes, like where we just like, oh, there's not really that much sports to talk about. But I think that's what it is for them. I mean, they have a longer show. So it's just like some of it kind of gets stretched out. And that would be my complaint.
But also though, I feel like for instance, like with the Yankees, like I feel like, and again, yes, I'm always gonna have a bias to this. That's fine. But maybe you tell me, because I mean you're a non-bias in this. Like I don't feel like they talk about them long enough. I feel like it's like just a little like complaining. Oh, this isn't good. They don't do this right, and then that's it.
I don't know. I feel like maybe in the off season not as much because you don't have, you know, Dave and Rick really into it. You know, obviously. RJ and Raymond are a little bit more, but I don't know. I mean, during the season, I feel like they talk about the Yankees more often, especially when the Yankees were winning.
Yeah, but it still just feels like it's so far and few between. And it's like I just go to this, and like even, you know, Boomer and Gio, they're both Mets fans. Like I feel like I hear more Yankee talk out of them. It's just like I feel like as a, you know, a resident of the tri-state area listening to New York radio, like you shouldn't struggle to hear them talk about a local team. That shouldn't be the case.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't be so much about the Jets. Like, why are we talking about the Jets?
They talk a lot about
I mean, is that not a waste of time?
They talk about football in general, I guess.
But football, I would rather hear national football things rather than just hammering the Jets.
No, yeah, me too, to be honest.
Yeah.
No, I agree with that. Where that is kind of where I guess national radio comes in and is a little bit better because they have that tool, you know.
And then Donna agrees, and then your mother also says, "I'm sure people tune in for the sex jokes to get you talking. Okay. There are a lot of stupid people out there, but when the Yankees are killing it, they do talk about them. Not enough, though, Chief.
I don't know."
And then Goon says he misses John Sterling, and yeah, that did come out. Thank God he's okay, but he had a heart attack last month. He was on with Ricky Ricardo over the weekend, but he said he's recovering. Hasn't really left the house, but he has 4 children. They've been, you know, taking care of him, and he says he's just trying to get his legs back underneath him. But in the interview, from the audio that I heard, he did sound normal. So,
that's good.
You know, really just wish him a speedy recovery. That's a scary thing, and I think he's like 87 years old, if I'm not mistaken.
That sounds about right. But boy, dude, like,
yeah, freaky stuff.
yeah. Good thing he's got that family to kind of help him.
And then he says, fuck, man, that shit messed me up hearing about the heart attack at the time. He was still one of the best commentators ever. I agree. And that's part of our negative society, Goon. But I thought it was, and I get, like, yes, he did mess up. Like, there's no denying that. But the kind of, like, hate he would get at the end, I feel like was a little too much. And it's like, we've all seen people, you know, like an Al Michaels or a Bob Costas, you know, as they get on with the age, you know, maybe they're not as buttoned up. But John Sterling was a legend, and I always say this too: you gotta just respect, you know, anybody that's a sports broadcaster that has the passion, that is into it, that doesn't put you to sleep. And I feel like John Sterling always had that. And when I think about, you know, when I think about like all the great times in Yankee history, I think of John Sterling behind the mic calling them. And I just feel like I don't know why anybody ever like hated on him for, as he got older, making some mistakes. Right or no, Tony?
No, I agree with that. I feel like maybe a lot of that were maybe younger people or people didn't really understand like his legacy necessarily. Because the guy, I mean, clearly has paid his due. I mean, the amount of time he's dedicated to this sport.
I forgot the amount of games he did in a row.
In a row, yeah, it was ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm going to look it up, actually.
And we're talking like, I mean, the dude's married, like even his wife is
4
talking
kids,
about.
married,
yeah, of course. Like, the guy has just an outstanding life. Clearly did, add a lot to the game of baseball and how it was called and how people viewed it, So
how about this?
What do you got?
5,060 games, 1989, 2019. This remarkable streak spanned nearly 30 years and included every single game played by Derek Jeter.
Crazy. Right?
Legend.
I mean, you can't get more legend status than that. So,
yeah.
Yes, the guy was, he was working until he couldn't work no more. So, obviously, he did have some mistakes and stuff like that, but no doubt had a tremendous career. By no means should it blemish,
No, and he was so good that Dave Sims is ruined for me. I really don't. Unfortunately, I don't mean to be that like guy like complaining like the people that I'm talking about, but it's like he just doesn't. It just doesn't hit the same. Like I just want to hear. There it goes to deep right. It is high. It is far. It is gone. Like I really the gone and like belted to deep. I don't know. Just that excitement. I just feel like we don't get that enough anymore.
No, we do not, dude.
And then what else we got here?
Let's see.
Ernie promotion, right?
Or whatever. Big things in Jersey.
Yes. I saw the quick text. Like I didn't quite get it, but it seemed like it was like a promotion or a better job, right? Something like that.
Better job or promotion, regardless.
Yeah, something with New Jersey. Dude. But whatever it is, we're glad that Ernie's doing big things. That's awesome.
Doing big things.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Sorry. And then Ernie says that call got me excited. He says for Sterling, obviously. Goon says I'd rather listen to John Sterling mess up 100 times than listen to Michael K for even a minute. He says, "Wow."
I did always think Sterling was better than K. I'm not a K hater like a bunch of people, but I did always think Sterling was
K hater. Goon says John Sterling to me is the voice of the Yankees. Man, I grew up with him. He's been there since I was a baby until recently retiring. It's like losing a relative, he says.
Like to not be able to hear that again, honestly, it's tough.
Yeah.
It really is. That's a sound you love hearing.
And Donna Lee pitching in here. Love John Sterling. These younger kids have no clue, she
exactly,
says.
Donna. And then Matthew says Mary is a real one through and through. The Queen of Staten Island. Wow. Absolutely there. Couldn't agree more there. Instagram back up. Thank God. Twitter. Twitter Fritz? The Twitter Fritz?
Twitter, I think, is up, but it's still the same.
I don't get. But I guess people just are clicking into it because it says people are watching on Twitter.
I mean, people are obviously clicking into it.
And then I love it. Matthew, Rick, and Dave, can you fuck off?
Wow. Okay.
This is a Mets thing for you. You don't want to go too crazy. That's what it is. I see it. I
don't think so.
I mean, how come? Oh, the kick out.
Oh, my goodness. See?
Honestly,
see what happens?
It felt like
you start spewing a little nonsense.
It felt
and it
like
comes down and it hurts you.
I honestly have no idea where the fucking cord is.
Oh, did you really mess up here? Is this like a big? Did I come over there?
Yeah, I actually do.
All right, hold on. Let me come over there.
My bad.
Hey,
I'm sure it'll take you 2 seconds.
The switch, dude.
But just the producer chair for 1 second is nice. And then your mother asking, "Wow, do I get a crown?" And says the Mets are trying to curse Brian. I don't know about that. That's a little crazy. I don't buy into those type of things. And then your mother says, "I don't know who John Sterling is, but God bless him." And then Donna says, Sue's husband hates K. He actually put the Baltimore broadcasters on when I was down there watching a game at the end of their house, LOL. And I don't understand that other than it's like, the general thing with Michael K, like, oh, well, he's a Yankee announcer, so they don't like hear, just because it's the Yankees. So you're gonna dislike who's ever calling the games, for the Yankees, which I think is what it is. Renee looking at me funny, not understanding the context of the situation. The XLR kick out. The XLR kick out. Tony, maintenance department. That's the only reason I was sitting here. Good weekend, Renee?
Yeah. What are you doing over there?
No, I was just.
Kicked out,
What was the deal with that? Where was it?
It was just Below the table on the bottom on the left.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
What was the deal with that?
And then
Hey, Renee.
let's see. So Goon says Brian's football starting superstitions might be baseball superstition must be maintained until playoff time. I got football on the brain ever since seeing Harbaugh getting a standing ovation at MSG. My Anthony worked with Michael K.
He was at the network once.
Okay, yeah, I don't
Yeah.
remember ever talking about that.
No, I mean he was. I wouldn't like. I wasn't like brushing. I guess you can say brushing shoulders is how they would really describe
Okay,
it. You know?
so he probably didn't remember. Like it wasn't anything.
Oh no.
Okay.
Definitely not.
Uh,
Him? No.
Who? But was it? Who was there? One of those guys that like you kind of talked to like a lot, like that's on the network. I thought we haven't talked about this in a while.
I mean,
Greg, or DeRosa or
a little bit of DeRosa, Harold. I would
Harold
talk to
was
a little
Harold.
bit. Maybe he's on something. Who knows? That's even in the cafeteria a lot. But I worked with a few breakdowns with Lighter.
Yeah, he seems awesome.
That was that. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
sweet, dude. Yeah, that was cool. Very nice.
But yeah, and then also Donna says, well, he is a Mets fan talking about you.
Yeah, that's right.
Which we try not to
right.
to hold against him. But we can only do so much, Tony. We can only do so much. But I had to say, it is nice that the Olympics is over. And it was just
Went by so quick, dude.
highlighted by that win by the Americans, one that will live on. And who do you think is going to? I mean, I would think it's McDavid is probably going to be like kind of the GOAT and not the good type of GOAT, if you know what I mean. Because that one shot he had, I mean, it couldn't have been more wide open than hit the post. I don't know. I don't know if you saw the freeze frame on it, but it was literally like Hellebuck's leaning the other way.
Yeah.
And the
I thought
left
that was
side is wide
McKinnon.
open.
I thought that was McKinnon.
No, it was McDavid too.
Really?
Yeah.
McKinnon had a missed
And
opportunity.
then McKinnon
too,
saying
dude.
that was pretty bad, huh?
Oh my God. Yeah, dude. Like so sour grapes, dude. So,
But I mean, do you think like like McKinnon and McDavid, like they're gonna be kind of hearing it from the Canadians a little bit, especially
Yeah,
McDavid,
no, I think so.
because the losing in the cup,
Yeah,
losing here. I know
losing
he won 4
here.
nations, but it's like
yeah, but still, I mean, he, both those guys had tremendous opportunities. Canada in general. I mean, you
Yeah.
really do look at that game in that third period, the second period. They very easily could have won that game in regulation.
yeah,
They should have.
yeah.
But obviously not.
And you think John Cooper at all, or no? He's not gonna take any flack. American coach.
Yeah, I don't know.
No. I just can't wait to see if Hellebuck's gonna get booed
He might,
because they're gonna
honestly.
introduce him as gold medal.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah,
And he probably will, dude.
that's crazy.
It's nice to see Mike Sullivan win
Yeah,
and Tortorella.
maybe now he knows how to win again. This is actually the first thing you look at that record, and each year getting worse and worse and worse. This is the first thing that has swung the pendulum the other way in a long time.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I know that you can say, oh, it's a dream team, but obviously the level of play was pretty wild against Canada. I don't know. I mean, it's interesting. You want to think maybe this is indicative of just the Rangers with a poor roster construction. That's why maybe. That's more of a reason why the product is so bad on the ice and not so much a coaching problem. But I don't know, man. I still think it's kind of out to the jury there. Because even so, I saw some clips of Sullivan in the locker room during the Olympics, and I don't know.
You're tight on him still.
Oh yeah, of course, dude. I mean, he's not doing a great job with the Rangers. So, but he comes in here. Obviously, does a good job with Team USA.
I mean, it has to give him. I don't know. I know it's not the same thing, but I would think. I don't know,
Some
just
credit.
a little. No, but like a little more confidence. I don't know that.
I would hope so.
His voice still, resonates with players, especially the best ones in the world, right?
I would absolutely think that, and I would think that coming off of Team USA's experience too, like JT Miller, Vincent Trocheck, brings that hopefully to the Rangers as well. Miller seemed like he was pretty on top of the ball during the Olympics, and definitely had a veteran leadership type of role with some of the guys. So, I mean, that's got to be a good thing.
Yeah. But no, like I said, thoroughly enjoyed it. Next kind of international competition will be the WBC, and he didn't say. I don't know if you saw this in the group chat yesterday, but how Scoobel said he's pitching the one game against Great Britain and then going back to spring training, and then
really?
and then Colm said something like, I guess he was saying like, fuck this meaningless tournament. And then I said something like, I tried to tell y'all. So I'm sure that one hit home for Chief. But it's like, yeah, I don't know. Like, it's like, don't you think like it's like as much as like I like baseball better, but I just don't even think it could get half as good. Even if it ends the same way it did last time, down in the final at bat or Tiny Trout, right? It's just not hockey. I mean, just the fact that you're just like, it's no big deal. Oh, I might lose 4 of my teeth, whatever.
No, literally. I mean, look at Jack Hughes. I mean, taking that stick to the face, losing teeth and scoring the game winner.
Oh, well, whatever.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Like, that's nuts, dude. And then we have people in the NBA sitting out because their pinky is sprained.
Not good, dude.
Not good.
A good look.
Not good. But all right. Well, I think it would be a good time if you want to go to the world of Major League Baseball.
What a play! Tap it. Yep. And Alonso cracks one. The Mets win the ball game. Out of sight.
And it works at 100 miles an hour. 14 strikeout.
Drilled deep to left field. There it goes. See ya.
All right. So today's MLB segment is brought to you by Velvet Llama, premium canned cocktails crafted by NYC bartenders with a playful spirit. Enjoy their award-winning espresso martini with Italian espresso and chocolate notes, the crisp Mezcal meal with Nigerian ginger, or the spicy margarita with organic agave and jalapeno. These ready-to-drink treats are made with the finest ingredients. Grab yours at velvetllama.com and ride the smooth wave with Velvet Llama. And we are going to preview the AL East today, but I first just wanted to talk about the couple spring training games we had, just quickly over the weekend, and the one on Saturday against the Mets. The Mets winning that one 6-4. Luis Gil got the start for the Yankees. I think pitched pretty well. Didn't walk anybody, which was a good sign. But threw 2 2/3 innings, 2 hits. Did allow that 1 home run to Young. Other than that, 4 strikeouts. So, I think the velocity was sitting 94, 95. But like I said, the lack of walks was encouraging. And then you also saw Cade Winquist, the Rule 5, and then Chivilli, the reliever from Colorado, make their Yankee debuts. And they both did give up home runs, but obviously spring training, good to just get out there. But you're hoping to see them improve as the game goes on. And I have to say, Tony, I know you're very big on him for grids, and you saw him with the Mets a little bit, but boy, does Zach Short need to go into coaching. Like, I feel like he has nothing left at all. He played in this game.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's tough. He's coming from a market that I guess isn't very huge or known for their baseball, but he's still out there. They must see something in him, right?
Yeah. Did you catch any of this one at all?
Yes, of course, dude.
Well, no, you didn't say, so I don't know.
Well, you didn't ask me yet. But no, yeah, I did. I'm trying to think. This was Saturday, right?
Yeah.
That was, I guess Jay and I did, when we got back after the Castle early on. So you were watching that. Hageman, didn't really pitch great. I did see Carson Bench. Carson Bench 0 for 3 in this game. Not great, as Brian needs to step out to take a call. Also, Vientos 0 for 3 spot with him as well. Not exactly what you want to see from some of the hitters. You mentioned the young homer. I think Terrence had a homer as well in this game. Actually, it's kind of funny. I felt bad. Maybe like Chief or Goon could remind me in the comments, because I don't know. Brian stepped out here, but there was some young pitcher that came in to pitch. It must have been. It was the one right after Heel, I guess. They interviewed Boone during his outing, and it was tough because he came back from commercial. He's in the game. Boone, they just introduced Boone. They're just talking about this kid and how he has an opportunity to make the open day roster. Fastball is gives up a homer. And it was just I don't know. It was kind of tough, obviously, to see that on the broadcast, for me. I don't know who that guy was, but apparently he's someone who's touted. Maybe you'll see him in the majors, maybe not, given the Terrence homer. I don't know. But still, it was a good game, I guess. You're seeing some, like I said, offensive production from some of your guys. But honestly, in general, for the Mets spring training, too, I'm trying to think now. We've seen a good amount of Bo Bichette, not really a good amount of Bo Bichette, but some Bo Bichette at third base. Not great, does not really handle the ball. Doesn't really seem to have the best feel, for that position. But, I guess you just kind of want to hope and pray that this guy kind of figures it out here. But other than that, I'm trying to think. I mean, yesterday was the game against Toronto, which was a loss. Let's see. Oh, sorry, excuse me, was a win. Oh, that's right, dude. Pache, the homer. I do remember that. Yeah, again, in terms of offense, didn't really see much. Clay Holmes, that's right. 3 2/3, 2 earned runs, 2 walks. Clay Holmes did not look great yesterday. He was kind of looking, I guess, maybe mid-season Clay Holmes, which isn't great. So I don't know. Again, spring training for me, for the Mets, isn't really going like the best, I suppose. Like I said, pitching seems to be a big question mark. I was just telling them, Brian, Clay Holmes yesterday didn't really look great.
Bullpen? Or that would be worse.
It could be worse. But in any sense, I forget what else I was saying about the Yankee-Met game. But it was a good game, obviously. Mets win, huge, good, awesome. But yeah, I guess I still have some more to be desired. I was saying, who is the it was the pitcher who gave up the homer to Torrens in like the 4th inning or
Winquist.
Yeah, he's like a young touted guy.
He was a Rule 5.
Okay, he was a Rule. Oh, he was a Rule 5 guy.
Yeah,
because I was saying how like it was kind of funny how they started interviewing.
25
Boone.
years old. Then he gives up the home run. If he could get a spot in the bullpen, he was asking if that was realistic. So yeah, that was
to which Boone said yes. By the way,
yes. That was Saturday.
Yes.
And then yesterday. Wait, no, that was Sunday. Excuse me, that was Sunday. And then, they had won 20 to, I think 20-6, if I'm not mistaken, against Detroit. Whatever the score was.
Crazy.
But me and Corey were watching that at the bar on Saturday. That was awesome. The Judge 2 home runs, 20-3. Spencer Jones as well. Seeing Lagrange go 3 innings. Or no, not Lagrange. It was Elmer. No, it was Lagrange. It was Lagrange. Yeah, Lagrange pitched well there. So that was awesome. That was a great game to see. And then yesterday, this is actually I almost forgot about this just because of everything we were talking about. But a gripe, Tony, adding it to the list.
What do you got?
Gotham Sports app.
Oh.
Not only their spring training opener in Sarasota, the first couple innings it wasn't working, all yesterday until before the game through after the game, Tony, Gotham app down. So everyone, we're all stuck at home yesterday. It'd be great. Oh, we'll watch the Yankee game. Nothing. Did not work the entire game. Could not watch any of the game. Was so tight. And this just happened a couple of days ago. And I don't usually watch the app because I'm always watching at home on cable. But I guess this has been a reoccurring problem over the last couple of years.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, there's so many streaming apps out there.
Mm-hmm.
How do you continue to get this wrong? And how does it last a whole day, Tony, where it's not working? How is that possible?
I totally agree. I mean, there's no reason for that, dude. Did you call and complain?
No, and yes, the network put some tweet out before the game. Oh, we're working on it, and they don't fix it out to the game. And today is a Blue Jays broadcast, but it's going to be simulcast on the Gotham app. So let's see if there's a problem again, because I've noticed the problem has arose when they are using someone else's broadcast and putting it on the app. So I don't know if that's what the issue is, but they better get that fixed, because I was really looking forward to watching that today.
It's a shame.
So that was a problem. So I didn't get to see it. As saw some highlights, and I was watching in my the game day app, or whatever you want to call it, on MLB. And it was actually interesting too. Being at home, kind of just trying to make it a little.
You didn't go Stream East?
Stream East is done. I mean, I tried it the other day. It didn't work.
Really?
Yeah.
I've been watching Met games on it all weekend.
I don't know. I don't. It just also fix the app, like Matty says.
No,
what do you mean?
Exactly.
Anyway, so I was just streaming on, not stream, but following along on the game day app. And I actually had a random, 100% profit boost available on FanDuel. So I know, obviously, spring training, and then it's a road game, so you don't have your best roster. But Yankees were plus, 130. So I got them plus 260
there we go.
With the profit boost hit. So at least that was nice. And they were down early. Yarbrough gave up a run, but then Ben Rice, after they had a, who was it? I think a Duke Ellis walk with the bases loaded. Ben Rice with a 2-run single. And then Jason Dominguez also had a single, a double as well. So that made it 4-1. They ended up winning 6-2. So it was nice to cash that. And then, pitching wise, all their pitchers pitched well yesterday. Ryan Yarbrough got the win. Started out a little shaky, 2 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. It's just tough with him, because you think about, Yarbrough, that start on Sunday Night Baseball last year against the Dodgers. That was tremendous. Yankees trying to avoid the sweep. He was great. But then, you had some games where he just gets hammered. So it's like, I don't know. I like him out of the bullpen. I think out of the bullpen he's good. I don't really want him as a starter, but I think he does have value out of the bullpen. I'd rather have Ryan Weathers, at least for the season to start, to be in the rotation. Just because it's like, if he leaves a fastball over, it's 85. I mean, you're hitting it not only over the fence, but out of the stadium. So that's just something to think about. Another guy that I wish we didn't have, and far too much about him, is Paul Blackburn. He did pitch 2 scoreless innings, but we guaranteed him $2 million. And I just don't understand, whether we're talking about Rule 5 guys in our system, why would we ever want Paul Blackburn on the roster? I just don't get that. It feels like with a $2 million guarantee that he's going to be.
Yeah,
he pitched 2 scoreless innings, but he gave up 3 hits. I don't know. He just doesn't seem that great.
No, he's not.
You have Dylan Coleman, a journeyman. He gave us a scoreless inning, did give up 2 hits, and then it was very exciting to see 2024 first-round pick Ben Hess give us 3 innings, only 1 run, did strike out 5. You all right there? Wow. I thought it was just me today. Cough drop?
Wrong pipe.
Cough drop, though? Yeah. So it was nice to see him strike out 5 over 3. And I think he was with Corey in Somerset last year. But, who knows? Maybe he'll be in AAA and make his way to the majors. But a lot of young pitching between LaGrange, and Cruz to be excited about. So that's awesome. So it was nice to see that yesterday. See Ben Rice, play. That was good. I think that was his first game of the spring. We'll be back in action this afternoon in Dunedin, Tony, against the Blue Jays. And we're going to get Will Warren, a Matthew favorite on the hill. The guy that is pitching for them, I actually am not sure who it is. And it's weird how I feel like the
MLB app?
No, ESPN doesn't show you the pitchers.
No, they don't. They never do.
But it's going to be Rogers, and that is Grant Rogers. I don't think son of Tyler. But that's a 107 game. So hopefully the app works. And Yankees actually have a lot of their regulars in. It's kind of interesting. It's a home game for Toronto. They have no regulars in. But the Yankees going with Grissom, Judge, Bellinger, Jazz, Goldschmidt, Wells, Rosario, Caballero, and Luciano. By the way, Caballero did hit a home run, I believe, against the Mets. On Sunday. So
that's right.
He also says, he has the ability to hit more home runs. We'll see if that comes to fruition, but that's a guy, I've been talking about all off season that I'm excited about. But for the Blue Jays, rolling out Straw, Varso, Sanchez, who they traded for from the Astros, Duke Schneider, Jimenez, Valenzuela, Kasevich, Terada, and Coles. So not exactly the who's who. And then, so that'll get away 107. So looking forward to watching that. Looking forward to heading to spring training on Saturday. That's going to be great. And then anything for the Mets won yesterday, right? Against Toronto, 4-3.
That's correct, dude. 4-3. That was Clay Holmes.
Okay.
Popped.
Yeah.
No, he went 3 1/3, 3 hits, 3 walks, 2 earned runs.
Just not
something
great.
Like that. Just, again,
velocity down?
Looking very hittable. Yeah. Again, I don't know, maybe if it's just him, he needs maybe to ramp himself up during spring training. But other than that, we haven't really got, I think Maurice got a couple good hits. Didn't really get a lot of actual starters. I know today against Houston, they were saying it should be a pretty good starting lineup here that I could look at. Houston. Oh, yeah, here we go. Yeah, so lineup here, Semien leading off, Soto, Bichette, Talkman starting in right field. Terrence, Mauricio, Taylor, Rojas, and Rortvet at the DH position, dude.
Who's pitching?
Wenninger, Jack Wenninger.
Wait, and who are they playing?
Houston.
Houston. They have.
You want to ask me any more questions that I just said? Well, oh.
Wow. No, because it didn't seem like you said those. But
I did say against Houston today, so that's
okay. So who are they pitching? Who's their lineup? Hello? Anybody home or?
I was just going over the Mets lineup. But if you want to see Houston,
is Alvarez playing?
We have Alexander pitching. Starting off, we say Tyson Alexander negative. Jason Alexander.
Not to be confused with Jason Alexander,
the actor.
Sure, yeah.
But Houston
107?
Pena. It is a 1 o'clock start. It says no, sorry, 1:10. And then it looks like you see. Whoa, dude, that was a good sneeze.
Hey.
Pena Loper Fido. I don't know much about him, the right fielder.
Yep.
Smith out in center, Cole out in left, DiZenzo at DH, Whitcomb at second base, Alexander at first base. That is CJ Alexander.
Not Jason.
And then, of course, you have Nick Allen at third base, and then Cesar Salazar catching.
Well, and Loperfido actually came over for Sanchez.
Was that right?
Yeah.
Joey Loperfido.
Yeah, I remember him. I picked him up for fantasy deep league end of the year.
Okay.
He paid dividends. Is that one going to be on the SNY app?
Yes, it will be.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's going to be good. I will be watching, dude. I'll be watching today at 1 o'clock. I'll be here in the studio. So, it should be good again. Lineup seems pretty good. Wenninger out there, 23 years old, drafted by the Mets, I don't know, a few years ago. I guess maybe he can show some promise. We'll see about that, dude. But obviously looking forward to seeing, a lot of our offensive bats here in Houston today.
Well, I guess I'm not looking at the right thing, but he wasn't a first-round pick, but he was like first couple rounds.
Geez, I don't even think that, dude. I have to double check.
Okay.
I don't think he was touted. Let's look it up here. Jack Wenninger, born 2002, drafted in Mets in the 6th round of the 23 June amateur.
And how old is he?
He is 23 years old.
Okay, nice. So that's something exciting.
Illinois, dude. Yeah, lefty.
No, that's the best part of spring training is watching the young pitchers pitch.
Exactly. So hype for that. Who knows what's going to happen here? But Mets are probably going to win. So, if you want to bet that, go for it, dude.
Have you done any Mets spring training bets?
No.
Is it one of those things that you can?
Spring
training bet?
Yeah, I've never bet on spring training before.
Yeah.
So,
but it's nice with the profit boost because they're always $10 max. So it's like, you could do something like that because it's like, well, I mean, it's $10.
Yeah, they got to up those maxes a little bit, dude. Kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, and I thought it was something with how much you wager, but it's not.
No, it's not.
But I swear when I first started though, they had some 25s.
Yeah,
some
definitely,
50s.
Dude.
But it's like they're being a little stingy.
Yeah, they're pulling the rug out from under us, dude.
But we'll see. But we're talking AL East today, so we kind of just go over that, and we go to the trusty Yahoo Sports addition subtraction page. So when it comes to Toronto, they're the first team they list because they, I guess, won with that tiebreaker last year in the division. They lose Bichette, Bassett, Max Scherzer, Sir Anthony Dominguez, IKF, and Ty France. They signed Cease, Cody Ponce, Tyler Rogers, Shane Bieber, Akamoto. They trade Strom for Bolin, and they sign Zach Pop. So kind of interesting because obviously, we'll do our order of finish here, but I think a lot of, and this comes with the, the negative, Yankee fans out there, or even, just the Yankee haters, but just saying like Toronto got so much better. And I just don't see how you could get better when you lose, those names that we just mentioned, like Bo Bichette for all. And I know he was injured, this and that. But I don't think they got better. I think if you want to just talk about a pure talent on the roster standpoint, do we want to give it like a dead push? I mean, because you get Akamoto, but you don't know if he's going to be good as Bichette, and then like you lose Scherzer and Bassett, but you get somebody younger like Cease, so you think he's going to be better, right? Like I just don't buy into the notion that they're better at all.
I don't buy into that notion.
And they could be worse.
Either, dude.
They might be worse.
They could be worse.
Yeah.
They could be worse.
Cease, I feel like it's like not enough. I mean, it's just like I've always liked Dylan Cease. Like it's exciting. Oh, he strikes out a bunch of guys. But I had him for fantasy last year, and he was so underwhelming. And even like when he was pitching against the Yankees, he had a no-hitter through 7 innings. Then he ends up getting popped. Like, I don't know. I just feel like he just lacks that consistency that you want from somebody who's making $200 million.
Yeah, and to be honest, I feel like their whole team kind of does.
Yeah.
To be honest. I feel like Toronto in general lacks consistency as a whole. So I would be willing to bet this is a little bit of more of a down year for them.
Yeah. So, we'll see how that's exactly reflected in the standings. So that was the Blue Jays. And then for the Yankees, we know, they lose Williams and Weaver to the Mets. And then Austin Slater, I forgot where he went, but who cares? And then, bringing back Bellinger, bringing back Grisham, bringing back Rosario, Goldschmidt, Blackburn, and Yarborough. And then the trade for Ryan Weathers, I think that's a sneaky good one. I think he should open as our 5. I don't know if they want to go with Yarborough instead, but the way I look at the rotation to start, with the injuries, would be, Fried on opening day, Schlittler number 2, then Warren and Heel, and then Weathers at 5. But, they could have Yarborough there. But I think Weathers, I liked his velocity. I mean, maybe they put him in the bullpen because that's where they want to keep him all season. I guess I could see that. And Yarborough, their confidence, they could shuffle back and forth. But I definitely am really excited about Weathers. I think he's got a live arm, and I think Matt Blake will do wonders for him. Another offseason that I thought was very overrated. The Red Sox, they lose Bregman, they lose Giolito, they lose Matz, Wilson, Refsnyder, May, and Hendricks. They sign Ranger Suarez, which I think is good. Sonny Gray, I don't like the fit here in this division, but they acquire him for Dick Fitz. They acquire Wilson Contreras, who I feel like is getting a little long in the tooth for Dobbins. I think Dobbins was a better player. They get Caleb Durbin, which I think, is pretty good, but they do trade Kyle Harrison, who was one of the big pieces in the Devers deal. They acquire Johan Oviedo. They trade Jordan Hicks, another guy that they got for Devers. They sign IKF, and then they non-tender Nathaniel Lowe. I don't know. Again, I just don't see how those moves are that great. And I don't know what you thought about their offseason, Tony.
For Boston here, I mean, I get in terms of
Suarez.
offense.
Suarez I think is a good
Sonny
one.
Gray.
Sonny Gray, though, right? I mean, what is he, 36? He got hammered in that division.
Yeah,
I don't see it. He feels like a National League pitcher.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll see what happens there, but they still have Crochet.
Crochet's great. Roman Anthony should be great, but we haven't seen
if they stay healthy.
No power on the team either. They messed up with Alonso. They should have brought back Bregman. I think they butchered it.
Losing Bregman was really tough, dude.
And then Alonso would have been the part. Like I would have been great. So glad he didn't go there. I know I'll still have to see him in Baltimore, but I think he would have. I think literally 60 home runs would have been in play for Alonso in Boston.
Probably.
Yeah,
but
he's already hit a couple with the Orioles. Did that bother you at all? Seeing him? I mean, I know it's spring training. Who cares?
I was happy to see him.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
So no, because of your I'm trying to think of the right word, but what's the thing? Like, is it affinity when you respect and like a player?
Yeah, you have an affinity.
So even if he wins the AL MVP, which I mean, you wouldn't think will happen, but just say hypothetically it does, there wouldn't be any type of anger or anything, or just directed at.
There'd be more Stearns. Yeah, the organization that let him go.
But no, you'll never dislike Pete Alonso.
No, never.
And then also the Rays, they lose Hauser. They sign Mullins, Martinez, Matz, and Fraley. They get some prospects for Shane Baez, actually a haul. So we'll see what those guys end up doing. They get Gavin Lux. They get Ben Williamson. They get Jacob Melton. They trade away Brandon Lau. And then trade away Mason Montgomery. I was surprised they did that. It seems like that's a guy who could end up being a really good reliever. But I guess it's even though it wasn't flashy, Tony, with the Rays, I mean, the consistent thing is, after, when they were kind of a dumpster fire, and it kind of started when they made the World Series in 2008 against the Phillies, it feels like they don't bottom out. They're always, at the bare minimum, going to be mid to high 70s with a chance to be into the 90s. But I don't think the 90s is happening this year.
No.
But they're going to be around 500.
Yeah,
regardless.
Absolutely.
You don't need to know anybody on the team.
They always are.
Yeah. And then lastly here, the Orioles, we talked about the Alonso deal. They reaped the benefits of Boz, whose numbers weren't great, but I guess his stuff, he's highly touted, so we'll see if that translates. They get Taylor Ward. They get Met Disaster, Ryan Helsley. They re-sign Eflin. They acquire Blaze Alexander. They sign Leody Tavares, and they sign Chris Bassett. And I think if you want to say not the best team in the division, but the team that had the best offseason, you could argue in this division it was the Orioles.
They had the best offseason.
Yeah. In the AL East. I mean, Alonso, I think is big. I think Bassett on a one-year deal is actually honestly underrated.
Is huge.
He's not. Is he winning you a Game 7? No. But is he going to probably give you 30 starts with a sub-4 ERA? Yes. We'll see what Boz does. I always like Taylor Ward. questioning the Helsley move, but maybe it just wasn't the right fit there with the Mets.
Still questioning it, dude. I mean, come on.
Come on, dude. Come on. So that, we get to our order of finish. We've been starting with you on these.
That's right.
What do you got?
From top to bottom.
Yeah.
So from one down, dude. All right. I guess to Brian's happiness here, I do have the Yankees winning this division here, Brian. I have them clocking out at 98 wins for the year. I understand a lot of people, and Brian's been, speaking on this for weeks now, because so many people who are a little upset with them, quote unquote, running it back with the roster. No Tucker. I mean,
no
again,
Alonso.
yes,
like
those are
like
some
that.
moves where you would have liked to have seen some improvement. Maybe the Yankees go out and be aggressive and get someone. But the fact of the matter is that this team led the league in runs last season. One of the best offenses out there. You bring a lot of those guys back. Yes. You had Max Fried, who led the league in wins as a starting pitcher, who many people didn't believe that would be possible. And he was a big reason why the Yankees were able to win 94 games last season. And you didn't have Garrett Cole throw a pitch at all last season. So you'd imagine with just that addition of Cole, you're going to win a few more games. You all right over there, Brian?
Yeah, I don't know why both of us getting hammered, huh?
All right, dude, all of a sudden. So I don't know, dude. I mean, obviously Judge is going to be Judge too. So, and you have, the possibility to have a young core kind of rise up through the ranks this season and make an impact as well. So I have them 98 wins, winning the division. I would say by a pretty solid margin here too. I think the fight below them will be a bit more close, but in second place, I do have the Red Sox, Brian. I think maybe to your dismay or surprise, whatever. I do think Sonny Gray is going to have a good season, to be honest. He's been a workhorse through some of these years. I know he is getting a little bit older, but last season, 32 games, over 180 innings pitched, a 4.28 ERA, a little high, yes, but did have over 200 strikeouts. Had a full game shutout as well. So I mean, I don't know. I think he's gonna be a great addition to the rotation. Speaking of that, who else had over 200 strikeouts? Gary Crochet led the league, 255, also a full game shutout. The addition of Suarez is pretty solid. Suarez having one of the better seasons of his career, and having them, I think, back-to-back as well. So good for Suarez. Again, he can stay healthy. He can give you 30 starts. That's going to be huge. Offense is going to be a question, but I think the pitching is going to get them a lot of wins here. And I would still imagine whole season of Roman Anthony, Trevor Story again, too. I mean, yes, I think Bregman is going to be, someone who is missed. Maybe some of the moves that some other teams have made, Red Sox fans will be scratching their heads at. But still, I think they can get to 90 wins, to be honest. So I have them in second place for the division. Third place, Toronto. I mentioned the step back. You had a lot of players. I know Springer had like a renaissance season.
He's 36?
Yeah. So I don't know. I would imagine some regression with him. Kirk had the best year of his career. I don't think he's going to consistently, be batting. What was he batting last year? 282? I don't think so. And then same thing with Clement, too. Had one of the better seasons of his career. I think he's going to take a step back. Vladdy will probably be Vladdy. He'll walk you to 280, 30 home runs, 100 RBIs, whatever. But Varsho has been disappointing. I know, and their pitching took a hit, to be honest. Losing Scherzer, losing Bassett. I know, these are older guys. But Bassett was eating innings for you. Scherzer was limping his way through 5 innings to get you a win, though. You're kind of making holes by losing some of these guys. Bieber was an interesting, I guess, plan. But I don't know. I know you have him for another year. I think he opted in. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I don't think he's going to last you a full season, dude.
Yeah.
You saw some of the starts he had in the postseason. Yes, he was, again, limping his way through. So it's like, is that guy going to give you, 30, 29 starts? Probably not. And you're trying to replace him, with Cease. I don't know. Cease maybe will fill a little bit of a hole. You have your Savage, right? He's supposed to be a good young pitcher, but I don't know. I see this team being pretty inconsistent this year, as they have been in the past. So third place, 89 wins. And then I do have Baltimore coming in fourth place. I still think they're going to be underwhelming. I mean, the entire team last year was underwhelming. I think Halsey will be a mistake. I think Alonso will be good for you offensively, win you some more games, but they're going to clock in here at 4th place, 81 wins. And then Tampa, I have them at 71 wins, honestly, worse than last season.
Wow. So near the bottom.
Near the
for
bottom.
Tampa in terms of their usual wins and losses.
Yeah.
Also, Matthew says, I can't wait to hammer Sonny Gray. Nothing but a big crybaby. Crazy, I didn't realize they gave up the guys they got for Devers their shot. And then he says, Mr. Alonso. So, yeah, obviously Yankees and Jays were tied at 94 each this year. And this is kind of funny, too, because, you would think me, everybody always just kind of gives me a tough time about being overly optimistic. You had him at 98? I've said it all. I'm trying to be consistent. I've said this all offseason. I have them at 96, Tony.
Okay.
And I know this will probably end up being like a short later, so you're going to have all those haters.
It will be.
Of people that hate the Yankees. So please, all your comments, I don't care what you want to say because I know you're going to say it anyway. And then all the people, too, the negative, the get off my lawn, the Josh B types when it comes to Yankee fans, just take it easy. We haven't even thrown one pitch in the regular season. And I understand the notion, the old days, all the top free agents, we get it. But I still think, the Yankees are as well positioned as anybody in the American League. I truly believe that. And I think by the time this season ends, we will see the Yankees show to have overwhelmingly the best rotation in the majors. And just to think about in a division series, to have Cole game 1, Fried game 2, and then Cam game 3. And then the fact that Carlos Rodon, who was your game 2 starter in the World Series, Tony, all of a sudden is your 4 starter. I think that's great. And I think because of the influx of starters, and then you're thinking about Rodon, Schmidt coming back, the fact that you still have Heel and Warren and Weathers and Yarborough, that you could still trade some of these guys. I just think you're so deep. So you're going to have tons of options for the bullpen, or you're going to use these guys in trades. Maybe, Matthew has been clamoring for Tatis, and I was watching his spring training game yesterday since the Gotham app wouldn't work. So maybe that's somebody who comes into our lap. Who knows? But I just think the Yankees, between young prospects, you think about Jones and Dominguez, and then down the road, Lombard and Kilby, but then that pitching, to have Legrange, to have Cruz, to have Ben Hess, I just think we're as best positioned as we've been in years. So I think we will see that in the regular season. Also, getting rid of Williams and Weaver. I think they killed us, specifically Williams, not Weaver. He just, unfortunately, was terrible in the postseason. But to think we could have won 100 games last year without Devin Williams. So I think not having that in our bullpen is going to be great. So I have them at 96 wins, number 1 seed in the American League. In second place in this division, a little bit of a surprise here. I do have Baltimore, and I was kind of scoffing at the notion of Baltimore, kind of making fun of Josh B earlier in the offseason. But I do think I like the Bassett move. So I just think they're going to be better, and I think the other teams just aren't that good. I know everyone was so excited about them, but I have them as the 3rd wild card. I'm going to say they win 86 games. So we're going to go 86 wins for Baltimore. In 3rd place, we'll go with Toronto. No playoffs following up a World Series season. But that's the thing, too. We get a little too ahead of ourselves. Toronto, Game 7 World Series. Now they're perennial contenders, and they're always in the playoffs. Nonsense. They haven't been that. And I just think counting on Akamoto when he hasn't played an inning in the majors to replicate what Bo Bichette did. And then also, I don't believe in Dylan Cease. I think that's going to end up being a bust of a contract. Like you said, we know Vladdy's great. We'll see if Springer can follow it up, but he's going to turn 37 into September. So I have them, at 84 wins, no playoffs. I have the Red Sox at 81 and 81. It's just funny just how crazy some of these negative Yankee fans can be. So those negative Yankee fans, the ones that were lauding, the Red Sox got better, and Gray, and Contreras, and Suarez, if we had that offseason, they would be pissed. And I think, like I said, I think Suarez will be good. We'll see how he handles the rigors of the AL East in that stadium in Fenway Park. But I just think Gray and Contreras are going to be busts, and I don't think they have enough pop in that lineup. So no playoffs for the Red Sox. John Henry, I'm sure he's not going to be a popular man in Boston after the year. And then, like you said with Tampa, Just not enough there. I have them actually mirroring what they did last year at 77 and 85. But who knows? Maybe they'll be a little more competitive now that they're back in the Trop. I think that will be a good thing because I think that was always kind of their home field advantage, and going to Steinbrenner Field last year kind of took that away. So that's what we have for the AL East, and really just hoping, like I said, that it lays out that way, because also I think it's, in the Judge era, the Yankees have never lost a series where they've had home field advantage. So hopefully it's home field throughout the major leagues. I think that will play a big role because we know how much of a home field advantage we have, and this is the first step in getting that. So that's what we have, and I'm just excited for the season, man.
Yeah, that's right, dude. You said home field for every game. Is that what you want for the Yankees?
Well, every series, hopefully, and I'm guessing Josh B was a little late on the jabs, luckily.
Yeah, I think so, dude. Like right after the jabs.
Working from home, was on a boss call, shake my head. What up, fam? Ariella!
Oh, my God, dude.
But, and then, looking forward to watching the game at 1. Tomorrow, the Mets. We will talk about them in the NL East.
That's right, dude.
So... yeah, I don't know. I have to say, you've been eerily quiet on the Mets. It's like, because I feel like, you have to admit this, though. I feel like from an outside perspective, people would think that it's like I have some muzzle on you at the Mets. Like how little you've mentioned the Mets leading up to the season. But just so everybody knows, it's his call, not mine. But I'm surprised. There hasn't been as much Met talk.
Well, I mean, you did walk out when I started talking about the Mets, so I mean, you kind of missed it.
No, you know what I mean. Overall, this offseason, in all seriousness, though.
Yeah. I mean, listen. I don't know. For me, it's like I've made my opinion known, and it really hasn't changed, to be honest, since the start of the offseason necessarily. So, when it's the start of the big move, since Bo Bichette's been acquired, sort of deal.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, I think it's just, for me, I'm just waiting until we play ball.
Okay.
Again, I did break down a little bit in terms of Bo Bichette this past weekend didn't look great.
DH? Will he be the DH by the end of the year?
I mean, he may have to, dude.
Yeah.
But then what the fuck, dude? I guess Beatty at third.
Polanco at first.
It may have to end up being Vientos at first.
Then where's Polanco? Polanco's just going to be a waste?
Literally. Because if these aren't working out defensively and they're making errors, I mean, it's just like, what are you going to do? You can't feel the fucking ball,
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Also, Matthew saying, "Where's Mr. Tatis?" And then he walked out, psyched out of my mind for opening day. And Josh would love Tatis. Listen, you'd love Tatis. We'd love Tatis, and we'd love you to run it back for opening day, Josh. Like we said,
no, he has to.
The windows, the back door replaced, something like that. And I only said that because he was making fun of me saying that the other day. That's the only reason I mentioned that. But everyone, y'all are sick, okay? Y'all are sick. But let's get the grid up, Tony. And first round draft picks.
Really?
No Yankees or Mets, but we do have a division rival or two.
Okay, yeah, I see that. I think there's a few.
Do you think it's allergies? Is allergies starting? Is it too early for allergies?
I don't think
he says he has to bring the fam. Well, let's have a tailgate then, Josh, and bring the fam. Come on.
I got to bring the fam. Well, I mean, if you really want to.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm still going to be getting hammered.
I've told you this before. Something that I'll always think is hilarious is when I did SantaCon a while ago, and we passed a family, and the daughter sees me wearing the Santa suit drinking. Mommy, why is Santa drinking a beer? And then I start dying laughing, and then the mom goes, "No, really? Why is Santa drinking a beer?"
Oh my God, dude, that's so terrible.
Classics. All right, so let's see what we got here. The Braves, the Orioles, the Phillies, the Pirates, the second base call. I think I have a good one for Dead Nuts. Let me just make sure. And
Chase Utley,
Ronald Torreyes.
There he is. Torreyes, 0.8, dude.
There we go. And let's see. Pirates, IKF.
For Orioles or second base.
Yeah.
Isaiah. That's a good one. We can do Rich Hill for O's.
Sure.
Pirates. I don't know who else. Phillies, Orioles. This is interesting because I feel like we could do. You want to do Kimbrel?
Phillies, Orioles. Let me check that one.
I feel
Oh no, sorry. What were you gonna say?
Well, because we can do Kimbrel for Braves Orioles as well, but I feel like that would be high.
10% on Phillies, so I guess do it for Braves Orioles.
Okay. Then we could always do Batista. 11%.
Joey
dude.
Bats. But Joey Bats we could do for that one. Was he on the Phillies?
I don't know.
I'll look it up. But also, how do you spell the guy Enciarte that was on the Braves?
Enciarte.
It's not coming up.
Or is it IN? Maybe it's IN.
Oh, okay. No? Okay, he didn't play second. Who am I thinking of? Well, obviously we could do Ernie's boy, Wilson Betterment.
Wilson Betterman. Braves. Bang. 0.2. I think Darno would be high for the Braves.
What I was thinking was, and let me just make sure it's not
Jason
too high.
Hayward.
No. Jeff Francoeur.
Jeff Francoeur. 1%.
And then first rounder Phillies, Mick
Bryson
Abel.
Stott. Mick Abel. 3%.
Wait, then what's the deal? First round,
First round for the
or plays one
Pirates.
game with that team in their career, so that should be Joey Bart.
2%.
And
Nice
then we
one,
just-
Joey Bart.
Now we just need to check on Joey Bats.
Orioles, Phillies, Jeff Conine.
Orioles, Phillies, but let Oh, I can't check.
Want me to check?
No, but I think Batista is the way to go if you play on the Phillies. But I'm almost positive. Let me just double check that. Crazy how many different teams he played for.
Jose Batista was
Yes.
in the Phillies.
Yep.
For,
Do that. Sorry, Josh.
Classic. 1% for
1%.
a 30, Josh B.
All right, and then to the gridiron we go. So we're talking 3,000 passing yards in one season.
That's a lot, dude.
It is a lot.
Baker Mayfield.
But I think I have a good one. Let me just see here. Josh Freeman for the Bucks.
6% for good old Joshy boy.
Half of that, split it down the middle, right underneath him. Kyle Orton.
3%.
There we go. And then let me see here. For the 3,000 and the Super Bowl champ.
Peyton Manning.
Let's see here.
Jalen Hurts. No.
No, just trying to get a little creative, but maybe I'm getting a little too creative.
Are you?
Trying to think of like guys that want. I guess Flacco.
Joe Flacco. I was thinking the same thing.
5%.
5% for Flacco.
Okay. And let's see here. The football. I believe this is
Bobby
Josh
Wagner.
Johnson.
For
Washington
Seahawks.
and the Bucks.
Josh.
The 25 one.
Focus up 7% for Josh Johnson.
Alrighty then.
Bobby Wagner also played. Did you have to win the Super Bowl with that team? Must have appeared in a game for that team.
But still must have appeared in a game during the Super Bowl winning
during
season.
the Super Bowl winning
that means
season.
no. So below Josh Johnson, Samaje Perine.
Perine.
Yep.
P.
Perine. Samaje. And then
2%.
Dead Nuts, Shelby Harris.
3% for Shelby Harris.
There we go. And then right above Shelby Harris, Trent Dilfer.
12% for Dilfer.
And then we're just thinking Super Bowl champs. So
Bobby Wagner.
Let me just see. You're big on the Bobby Wagner spot.
I like Bobby Wagner.
But like huge on it. Like kind of crazy, no?
Is it kind of crazy? Who
Who
else you got?
Wow. Just very, very anxious this morning.
Wilson?
You just thinking about the Mets game at 1?
Hey, maybe.
All right. So for the Seahawks, Steven Hauschka. That's one that I feel like you're getting familiar with.
Hauschka. Is it
Hauschka.
0.6.
Now,
for
Washington, I mean, Doug Williams is going to be high, I feel like. %, but, I mean, I don't know if...
Want to look it up?
Yeah, I guess. Just to see if there's anybody you think I'm familiar with. Was Schlereth? He thinks Mark Schlereth was. I thought he was on Denver only, Josh. But that's a good point. Let's see. Mr. Schlereth. I think Josh may be correct here. Yes. Yeah, do Mark Schlereth. Good call, Josh.
2% for
Nice.
Schlereth.
Right,
dude.
40.
On to the hardwood, dude.
The 20 points, the only one team.
That's tough, man.
So the only one team for the Celtics, Fab Melo.
You love that guy.
Yeah.
.8
All
for
right.
Melo.
And then right underneath him, Jonathan Kuminga.
%2.
There we go. And then I think for the Spurs, Devin Vassell.
5%.
And then Dead Nuts for the Warriors, David Lee. And then right below him, DeMar DeRozan. Okay, and then for the Celtics, Antoine Walker.
%5.
Okay. And then let's see, for the Nets and the Celtics, Blake Griffin.
9%.
Good old number 9. All right, so 2 left here. Nets, Warriors. Just think about this for a second. It's Warriors. Oh, was it? Did Josh say anything?
Negative.
Stink. Oh yes, about Schlereth. I feel like there's some backup point guard.
Backup point guard.
And then with the Spurs, wasn't Richard Jefferson on the Spurs?
Richard Jefferson, Mr. Richard.
17%.
Who are you related to?
Oh, but Patty Mills. Do Patty Mills, Nets, Spurs.
Spurs Nets, Thaddeus Young.
Do Patty Mills.
Damn.
Patty. Center.
13% for Mills.
All right, and then Nets, Warriors. There's a guy. I just got to think about who this is. I know there's...
Sam Cassell.
It's not Cassell. Seth Curry wasn't on the Nets, was he? Oh, yeah, there you go. Seth Curry.
Bang, 4%.
43. We get
43.
Tony in the mix here.
On the hockey grid now. All right.
All righty then.
Calgary, only know a few, but that's not that bad.
1,000 career points.
I mean, Jaromir Jagr would be the only real one I could tell you, to be honest. So you want to just do that?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you could do it for all 3 of these teams, but we're going to have to can him at Jagr with a 9 call.
Okay.
I guess on his left, we can do Cam Talbot.
All right.
5%, not bad. And then on his left, we can do our guy, Louis Domingue.
There we go.
I always misspell his first name. It's Louisdom. There it is. Louis Domingue.
Darcy Dead Nuts is 18. Any other guys you know there?
No.
So I guess do it.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't think Toffoli ever played for. No, I got nothing. Kemper. There it is. 18.
What about the Penguins?
Penguins, Avs. We can do Derek Brassard.
Do that.
Another fan favorite here. Bang. We can do Phil Kessel for Penguins, Bruins.
Go ahead.
Your boy. I mean, I don't really know much other ones anyway. Trying to think. Kings, Bruins. Milan Lucic.
How do you spell it?
Milanlucic. Bless you. He may be high, but I don't.
23%.
I don't know if I can name any other ones, to be honest.
I can.
Yeah, it's not. Let's just go with Lucic.
Michael, by the way, had the Seth Curry call as well.
Michael with the Seth Curry call.
Michael.
All right, so 1,000 career points here. We can do Joe Thornton for Bruins.
Okay.
People forget about
For
him.
thousands. Oh, only 10.
Only 10% there. And now this is where, again,
This
Avalanche.
is a guy.
Right? I mean, you're thinking McKinnon, Sakic.
Let's see what McKinnon is.
I don't even think Forsberg had 1,000.
No, he did it. McKinnon's 10. Good enough.
All right, Nathan McKinnon. I'm surprised.
Yeah, right?
10%. Bang. 94. What a great year that was for New York Rangers.
There we go.
Bang.
If only that meant something for the rest of this season.
No, it doesn't.
As they're going to be the first team to miss the playoffs in their bicentennial season?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, tough. So a couple, I guess, of the potpourri. What did Corey say? Did he say something?
Nothing.
Oh, no, he's always commenting in there, but he likes watching on Instagram.
Mhm.
But I did send the YouTube link
Yes, I saw him. He was
before it
in.
was, yes. So Jacob Bridgman winning the Genesis Invitational.
That's right, dude.
Were you able to catch any of that?
No, not really.
Really?
Unfortunately,
Nothing?
dude. I saw some of Tommy Fleetwood's highlights because he was my pick. He finished 7th, I believe.
Fleetwood finished 7th.
Yes, dude.
But Bridgman, the first career win, the embrace with Tiger after the round.
You love
and
that.
Battling through the +1 final round, one shot clear of Kitayama and Rory. Rory making that putt off the green. All those close putts that Rory missed. I mean, he's got to be kicking himself. He easily should have won this tournament. But I would think that he has to feel like he's playing some good golf. The putting's going to get better, and you have some big events around the corner in the API, the Players' Championship, and then before you know it, those first tee shots at Augusta National.
Here we go.
Where for the first time he will be defending his title.
Yeah, I mean,
right? I mean, I would think he has to. I mean, you've always been kind of tight, Rory, but at the end of the day, Tony, no, but in all seriousness, I mean, he's completed the Grand Slam. We talked about how that's only happened twice in, 100 years almost.
That's crazy.
He won at Pebble Beach and where's the other place last year? Pebble Beach, Augusta. Why am I missing the third one?
Pebble Beach, Augusta.
So annoying. I mean, I guess I could just look it up, but
The
Players. He won the Players, yeah. So he obviously had a great year last year. He's been playing a lot in Europe. Yeah, I would say watch out at Augusta. He'll be hunting down the leaderboard.
Are you saying he's going to defend the title?
No, but he's going to be in the conversation. But again, he easily could. You know what I mean? This is golf. I mean, especially the Masters. Okay, you want to talk about post-cut? We're talking about what? 60 guys? Like, it's tough to pick a winner,
This is golf.
Great to see Jake Knapp continuing his strong play. Started with that Mexico Open a couple years ago. Colin Morikawa, fresh off the win last week, ties for 7th, as does Cam Young. Ryan Fox tied for 7th, and Xander. Xander had been struggling, so he's looking to get back to his form from 2 years ago. Scotty Scheffler, the streak of top 10s ends at 17, Tony, but he settles for a tie for 12th, opening up with the disaster 74, closing with a 65. It's amazing what he's been able to accomplish this year after being absolutely terrible. Literally was last in this tournament after round one. I mean, it's
Scotty.
unbelievable how he finds himself near the top of the leaderboard every single time, no matter how he starts.
Yeah, I mean that's been Scotty. It's interesting. I know we spoke a little bit about the way he's been starting these tournaments. I mean, do you still think is there any more insight as to like what's going on?
No.
No?
But I think it's just random things that we see it ourselves even when we play. Just for some reason stuff doesn't line up. You get a little off.
I see that a lot. That's for sure, dude.
Well, yeah. But Josh B would come in here pounding his chest about how you have to practice. But isn't it annoying, dude? Don't you not want to just spend like hours at the range every day and just want to play?
Yeah, no,
exactly.
I'd rather do that.
But Josh is like so about the practice. It's like, But the one thing I can't argue, he does mention this. All these guys, they hit thousands of shots a day practicing. So it's true. Jordan Spieth has started to play a little better here. Obviously looking for that first win in, I think, about 4 years, but he ties for 12th with Scotty. So that's good news for him. Pearson Cootie, he's had a strong start to his season. That top 20, Philly had it. Too bad I had to parlay him with Justin Rose and missed the cut. But it is what it is. Aske has been playing well. He ties for 16th at 10 under. Ludwig finally headed in the right direction, tied for 20th. Bob McIntyre tied for 20th at 9 under. Thigala and Lowry 8 and 7 under, respectively. Ricky Fowler tied for 28th, 6 under. Hideki Matsuyama 6 under. So I think this was a great tournament. Always good to see Tiger. He didn't rule out playing the Masters or the Champions Tour, which is great. And then we have some power events coming up, Tony. After this week, we kind of retreat a little bit, but I think the field, all things considered, is solid, and that is for the Cognizant Classic that we are going to preview tomorrow. But if you look at this tournament, obviously Brooks makes his return here, so obviously he wants to start with making the cut, having a solid overall finish. Winning would be a pipe dream, I'm sure, at this point, well, the way he's been putting. But in terms of world golf rank, Ryan Gerard, Shane Lowry, Aaron Rye, Michael Brennan, Christopher Relton, leading 10 players not otherwise exempt on the DP World Tour.
Interesting.
You got Sami Valimaki, the Hogard brothers, Michael Thorbjornsson, Nedgard Peterson, Nico Echevarria, Billy Horschel, Chris Kirk, who won this a couple years ago, Thorborn Olsen, Steven Yeager, Mac Meisner, Mackenzie Hughes, Andrew Putnam. So, a different group of golfers here. Matt Kuchar, Max Homa, Seamus Power. But, it's a shame, though, that a lot of the top guys sit this out because this is actually scoring average. It might have been the toughest, course on the PGA Tour.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the bear trap. Remember talking about the bear trap a couple times? Yeah.
How do you think you would do?
I mean, come on.
Dude.
So we'll take a look at that tomorrow. Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. So good warm up for these guys.
Do a lot of these guys just want the week off? Like, what's the deal?
Well, yeah, it's just because you have back-to-back signature events coming up.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
So because it'll be the API and then the Players Championship.
All right. Fine,
and then
whatever.
Valspar after that. That's the course Innisbrook where Domac played. And then you have the Texas Children's Houston Open, Valero, and then Augusta National. I feel like you're not going to watch anything until Augusta.
No,
Players Championship, you should watch. Players is a good
yeah.
tournament.
I'm just
In
this
the
weekend,
API.
I didn't have enough time this weekend,
Yeah, when you're stuck at home on Sunday.
Spring training games, dude, or I was cleaning the house, shoveling. I actually had to shovel,
at
Brian.
6:30 at night when they finished up. You had to
on
shovel?
Sunday?
Yeah.
What was I actually, that may have been, maybe I was making dinner at the time.
Making dinner. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, the meal prep, dude.
The meal prep.
And I did shovel at night, all right? All right?
But dude, I didn't see any snow pictures.
I didn't take any.
No, but
I took some photos of my icicles outside my house, on my house. That was nice, dude.
But you didn't kind of give me anything, but did I have a point?
I
honestly,
mean,
with all that?
I guess so. I guess. I don't know. It doesn't really bother me. I don't know.
Not that it bothers you, but it's like just the repetition part of it. And then it's like, if it were to snow tomorrow, I know they originally talked about it now, like the forecast is going down, but it's like, pictures again. Like, it's just like, we just did this. Like, what are we doing? And we had already had this with the other storm.
we did.
That's kind of more what, implanted it in my mind.
Did you get that many? Like, or was it really just kind of...
Well, that chat. No, and then my family.
parents,
my
yeah.
family, yeah. my family hard on that. But the kids and the snow,
Right.
So you get that part. But still, a lot of like inches talk and stuff. What's Michael Bucket saying here?
He says, so sick of the snow, I want to magically be at the Santa Monica Pier. Going to be 82 there on Friday. Barnes, I want to stay at the La Jolla Cove Hotel by the Cove.
When in Rome, Michael, right?
Yeah, right, dude.
And it was kind of ironic. The group chat. Oh, by the way, someone is congested. Get the dick immediately after the show.
There it is.
I think it's allergies, though, right? Is that what you think it's for you?
I don't know why you're coupling me right
All right,
now
I'm just
with this
asking
thing.
because you're obviously something like
Right, I guess so. I mean, I think
on
maybe
your island, Tony.
I'm on my island over here. A polar bear on his own island, dude. I don't know. It probably is allergies. I would say so.
Yeah,
yes,
no, that's definitely what it is for me. Enough. Okay, no Dayquil, Corey.
That's what it is for me.
Anyway, where was it? Oh, yes. Oh, here we go.
Here we
Michael
go.
Bucka, the 12 to 15
inches
trouble. Here we go. Wow. But no, he texted me something about how he was excited for the Lakers Celtics on Sunday. And they did do Saturday. Was it Saturday? No, it was Sunday. But they did do the nice thing with Pat Riley. He got a statue.
Oh,
I don't know
yeah?
if you saw that.
No, I did not see that. That's great. Love Pat Riley.
My bad. Just one of those things, of course. Like, you just can't wait 2 seconds for me to answer.
Wow,
Anyway.
throwing the phone over. Wow.
Have you been to Fort Lauderdale? Yes, Michael, yes. But anyway, he said something about the game, and he was like,
Pat Riley, this is.
Michael.
Oh, okay.
We just
Never
said
mind
about
then.
the Lakers that they're going to win. And I was like, Michael, I wish I could say that, but Celtics look a lot better right now. Lakers aren't winning, and then they end up getting blown out. And then he says that I was right, which is rare. You don't get that from Michael Bucka. Embarrassing effort Sunday night.
Says they're a disgrace right now.
I tried to tell him, but kind of tough.
What's the deal there, dude? Were Barnes dogging it?
I don't know. I think
injury,
there's just I mean, he's missed some time, but I don't know. I think maybe there's a little drama going on there. JJ, maybe he resigns. How could he do that to the players, right?
Wow.
We might see that out of Michael Bucket soon. We'll see.
You seem riled for that.
A little bit. Lakers are a disgrace, Barnes. Embarrassing effort. Anyway, so there was college basketball galore on Saturday, which I know you didn't watch any of. But Duke over Michigan, 68-63. Cam Boozer, 18-10-7. That was a great game. Me and Corey were on Duke, so that was nice. Arizona beating Houston, who all of a sudden after last night has lost 3 in a row, 73-66, rebounding from a couple losses after being the consensus number 1 all season long. Yukon, 2-point game at the half, ended up beating Villanova by 10. That was a good win. UConn 25-3. Big game against St. John's, I believe, tomorrow. Which we know Michael Bucket will be saying they're going to lose, something like that.
Oh, yeah.
But a very balanced effort scoring-wise. Caravan led the way with 12, Reed at 11, Mullins with 10, Damari Jr. with 9, Solo Ball with 9, Eric Ryby with 8.
Oh.
So, consistency across the board, but a big win for the Huskies, who are now number 6 in the polls. And like I said, that big St. John's, give them that confidence. So, tomorrow, 7 o'clock on Peacock, and then they finish up with Seton Hall and Marquette. But a big game looming tomorrow, and Josh B. cracking up. Ayton is the problem, Michael Bucket says, and get Walker Kessler this offseason. So that's his solution. We'll see. But, like I said, looking forward to UConn tomorrow. We'll talk about that. I'm sure Pollock will come out of the woodwork. Really haven't heard too much of him. Maybe he's excited about Scooball. Who knows? And then BYU, AJ Dybinesta. That's a name, Michael. Michael, honestly, to watch, and for you, Tony. But he could go number 1 overall. Me and Corey were watching that game late night on Saturday. They beat Iowa State 79-69. Dybinesta 29-10-9, Tony. That was awesome. And then the surprise, Kansas at home, I think it was their largest loss in so many years at Allen Fieldhouse, 84-68. They rebounded last night to avoid multiple back-to-back losses there for the first time since the 80s. Nebraska blew out Penn State. You had the walk-off win for Mick Cronin, the embattled UCLA coach, his comments, this and that. But they walk it off, killing my parlay, 95-94 over Illinois in overtime. And then just yesterday, was big. You had 2 big games on Big Monday. Kansas moves to 41-0. Under Bill Self on Big Monday, was down 10 early. They win 69-56 over Houston. First time they've lost 3 straight games since 2017. Kelvin Sampson, possibly his last year at Houston. Disappointing to lose that many in a row. And White leading the way for Kansas with 23. And yeah, that was the 9 o'clock game. And I want to see too, it was, what's his name here? Oh yeah, Darren Peterson. You know, he had missed some time with injury. Self didn't know, yada, yada, yada. He had 14 last night, but White was the star with 23 points. And then the other game, the earlier, which I, in Corey hit on North Carolina, parlayed with Kansas. So of course he's hitting everything right now, but, Seth Trimble, fresh off that, game-winning shot against Duke, had 30 last night, leading North Carolina, who was up, I think, 13 at one point, but they had a 3-point win, 77-74, undefeated at home this year. And, giving Louisville their 8th loss. So this is the most that I've been into college basketball for the other games. Obviously, I've been watching UConn all season, but since last year. So it's kind of nice as we warm up for conference tournament time, and then the NCAA tournament. And tonight, number 1 Duke in action against Notre Dame. That should be a blowout. Number 11 Virginia versus NC State, 6.5-point favorites there. That could be a good game. Cincinnati Tech, that's 7 o'clock on ESPN2. Michigan, Minnesota, that should be a blowout. Dayton, St. Louis could be good. Baylor, Arizona should be a blowout. Iowa State, Utah should be a blowout. And then BYU, UCF probably blowout. But Missouri hosting Tennessee, that should be a good SEC game. So, and then the Knicks with the comeback win over the Rockets. And let me just see if there's anything tonight. NHL tomorrow, or is it Thursday, Tony?
I think it's Thursday. About double check.
Also, Michael Buckus was, I don't know, talking about some trip.
He wants to go with you.
Yeah. I mean, who doesn't, right?
Tomorrow.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, big slate tomorrow. Thursday, you have the Rangers back in action. Flyers, Rags.
Tickets starting at $5.
$82, it says.
Probably will get down to $5, though.
That'd be nice.
Knicks, Cavs tonight, 7:30 on Peacock. Knicks 4.5-point road dogs. I think Cleveland will win that game. Celtics, Suns.
They cover too, Cleveland?
And then Magic, Lakers at 10:30.
The 4.5?
Yeah. I think it's a 10-point win.
Damn.
It happens. Michael, I wish I could go to Fort Myers right now, but looking forward to heading to Florida on Saturday. And I've been great, Michael, honestly. I mean, it's my Christmas time, you could say, for me with the Yankee season around the corner. So things have been great. And it was great to get back in here today. Missed having the show yesterday.
Yeah, for sure.
And, just so much to talk about. These previews just are the best.
Tomorrow's the last one, dude.
Yeah. The Mets. Where is Tony going to have the Mets?
Tune in to find out.
And then a couple of things on the way out here. Sale 1-year extension with the Braves for $27 million.
Good for him.
Cousins to be released March 11th. Is he going to play for the Jets next year?
Kirk Cousins?
We'll have to see. Yes.
No shit.
Sirianni can't guarantee A.J. Brown's return. Michael Bucky actually also texted me this. I forgot to answer. Will you go to the beach in Florida? Probably no time. We'll do some pool, though, because they got a nice pool there. And he says, weather looks nice. And 65-win Met team. Wow. If that would get Stearns fired, I don't know what would.
Yeah, I don't know what Mike's talking about, though.
Yeah, I mean, come on, Michael. I mean, 65, I mean, that's a little low. I think, in the 80s, right around 500 is more of a realistic thing. But we'll see. Phillip Rivers' son committing to NC State.
Heard about that.
So where his father went, Gunnar Rivers. So that's kind of interesting. You notice that, even though, especially Phillip Rivers, obviously the coach is long gone that he had there. But how they like following in the father's footsteps. So how do you feel about that?
I mean, I guess I like it. It's a legacy thing.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't you?
Yeah, exactly.
Wouldn't you? If
Yeah.
your father was a quarterback at a big, college, you were on that path, would you not?
Well, I guess you know what I mean. More has to play into it, but maybe too, because I think it's not only the player, but I feel like it's the university gets excited to carry that legacy as
for
well.
sure.
Kind of goes out of their way to say, we're going to treat you right here.
Yeah.
You're going to, have the success that your father did.
Mm-hmm.
And then he switches gears here to 74 wins.
All right, Michael. That's
lost a lot of key players. I mean, the Alonso loss is big. I mean, obviously we'll talk about it tomorrow, but that wasn't.
Michael's hitting the bottle today.
That was a big one, though. The Alonso loss.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah. Are you over it?
No.
Will it? unless like the Mets win, we will never be over it. Almost is it Tom Seaver territory?
I mean, listen, it's I mean, I can't really speak to like the Tom Seaver experience.
Yeah.
But I guess maybe for me it is somewhat like that. It's not as detrimental. I would think Tom Seaver was way more valuable than Pete Alonso. But yeah, I think it is along those for me anyway.
Did you view the Strawberry comments over the weekend as cringeworthy, saying that Alonso made a big mistake not returning to the Mets, just because like obviously there was no option to return
there really
to the Mets.
wasn't. Yeah.
Hopefully Daryl is not going
relapsed.
back to his
Yeah.
right. Because I mean, how does that comment make any sense? There was no deal on the table. With the Mets.
I don't know, man. I don't know what he's got the wife and the the charity and the foundation, the sobriety.
Yeah.
Can't be good.
And he's actually doing food features on the Yes Network.
Really?
Yeah. Michael Bucka also says Clearwater Beach in Tampa is cool. Mets aren't winning till 2086.
All right.
I will be 94. If I'm 94, he'll be 84. We'll be in a senior housing. No senior housing. Not doing that. I'm golfing.
No, you and Brian and Michael in senior housing, golfing together.
Oh, Jesus. But yeah, honestly, I'm excited to watch some baseball today. We'll be getting first pitch before we know
Couple hours away.
Yeah, a couple hours away. Big show tomorrow. And really appreciate everybody who tuned in and continues to comment, like, and subscribe. All of the archives on the YouTube page, Tony, Michael, Renee, and Jay, and Costa and the merch at DowntimeTV.com. Want everybody to enjoy the day, enjoy the games. Let's go Yankees.
Let's go Mets.
And we will see you mañana.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.